Okay, let me introduce myself first of all to my uh, audience and participants of this session. My name is Dr. Hadia Awan, and I am Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Central Punjab, Lahore, Pakistan. We have just started our law program from the University of Central Punjab, and this year we are going to pass out our first batch. So we are here taking many initiatives, and one of the initiative is this legislative theater, which I am going to present it before you. The history of this legislative theater generally in the university is that we are playing such theaters annually from Faculty of Law. But last year, while attending the summer school on Beyond Refuge, arranged by BAPSICLE, there were 5 scholarships for the projects during that summer school. And my project of legislative theater was one of the winning proposal in that scholarships. And I'm very thankful to BAPSICLE for giving me that scholarship. I actually used that scholarship money along with a lot of money arranged by my university who sponsored the legislative theater, and we were able to arrange this theater on June 14th this year, 2022. Let me tell you something about what is the meaning of legislative theater and what is the idea of legislative theater first, before showing you the video of that theater. Legislative theater is basically methodology where you involve the community or the society in lawmaking. That is an extension of street law theaters, where that was initiated in Norway, and where the general public was invited to watch some problem of their own immediate concern, and where the legislation was not there. And through the theater performance, they require the legislative assemblies to draft laws or policies regarding those ignored or neglected areas where legislation was required. And that idea was borrowed by us, and we indigenized that idea and started performing legislative theater over different areas. And so far, UCP has played many legislative theaters on areas such as, and mostly these theaters are performed on the themes of marginalized communities of the society. We have played so far different legislative theaters on women's share in inherited property, in family laws, and other women-related issues, because women and children, they are the weaker and the marginalized pockets in the society. And this year, refugee and refugee law and refugee paradigm was basically the theme of our legislative theater. We have generally given this the name of no title, but this time we gave the title of Batwara in Urdu, which means the divide in English. So the theme was the divide, and the idea portrayed in the theater was that how sometimes the divide, or sometimes divide created by some atrocities by some more forceful neighbors, or sometimes neighboring countries or neighboring states, or those more powerful elements in the society who think that they have a privilege of do whatever they want to do with those who are poor and less in power. And they, through their exercise of power, people, if they become homeless and they have to leave their homes, then what happens to them in the society? How society reacts towards them, That means if they become refugees somehow, then how the society takes those refugees and what generally is done with those refugees. The theme was basically to sensitize the society that wittingly or unwittingly, what the society is doing with the refugees, they should understand and they should empathize with the conditions of refugees who are already homeless, who are already miserable, when further misery is added by the conduct of the society with them, what happens to them? So in order to sensitize them, that was played by the Faculty of Law at University of Central Punjab. And the final product of legislative theatre is usually a resolution, because as I told you before, that legislative theatre is basically played for the sake of having some laws where laws are not there. So the final outcome of the theatre is a resolution, and that resolution is to be put before the legislative assemblies. So in order to have that legislation, after we play the theatre, then we go for a metabolizing cell discussion. And in that discussion, various prominent persons from various departments, for example, the legislative department, the judiciary, NGOs, general public, academia, from everywhere we invite people or experts for discussion and reaching a consensus regarding making a policy for the refugees. In this regard, I must share with you that in this metabolizing cell, we invited minister from the Legislative Assembly, along with a Legislative Assembly member, and the judges and the Law Secretary of Pakistan, and the people from NGO and academia. And they finally reached a resolution, and that resolution was assented by the public present there in the auditorium, and there were about 500 people, and they gave their consent to that that proposal or that provision. And that was before that audience, that resolution was handed over to the minister, so that in Legislative Assembly, that proposal could be discussed and proper laws could be made on them. So that was the whole procedure of legislative theatre, and this is done like that. Now, I would like to request the secretary, please, if you can run the video of legislative theatre. I'll be showing you not the complete picture, because I have only a chunk in 2 hours time, because this video is of 1 hour and 14 minutes. So we'll be selecting chunks from the video so that you may see how that theatre was played. So this is the title. This is the title of the video. These are all refugees. These are the people of community who are doing atrocities. These are now here the theater starts. Here there is one girl waiting for her boyfriend in a car. मेरा टेस्ट है, मेरी एग्जाम है, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। माँ बाप ने नाम क्या आदम रख दिया, खुद को हजरत आदम ही समझने लगे। अरे अगर पढ़ाई ज्यादा अहम है तो फिर ठीक है, मैं भी चाह रही हूँ। If you could move it forward a bit. तुम्हारे इंतजार के अलावा Please move it forward for 5 minutes. Yeah, this is the boyfriend. And they are discussing about the
यूं
universe.
नहीं कि तेरे बुलाने से आ गया, जब रह नहीं सका तो बहाने से आ गया।
With audience.
पढ़ना भी ना गुनाह होता है, गुनाह।
अरे अब सही तो पढ़ा है।
Please go ahead for 5 more minutes.
तुमने पढ़ा यूं नहीं कि
They are discussing about the creation of the universe, and they are discussing about the idea of creation of
यूं
human
नहीं
beings,
कि मेरे बुलाने से आ गए,
Adam and Eve, and why they have been created. And they are sharing their experiences regarding what human beings are doing with each other while living in this society. Please go ahead for 5 more minutes.
शेर में तेरे और मेरे का फर्क है या नहीं?
5 more minutes ahead,
अगर
please.
दुनिया में सारा फर्क तेरे और मेरे का ही है, कोई एक चीज जब 2 या 2 से ज्यादा लोगों को चाहिए होती है या
Please move forward 5 more minutes.
तो एक टिकट इसलिए रहा हूँ क्योंकि तुम मुझ पर एक ऐसा इल्जाम लगा रही हो जो मैंने कभी कहा ही नहीं।
Now they are sharing, this girl is sharing with the boy that she knows one of a girl who is a journalist who has done so much for the humanity, because the boy is consistently of the view that human beings are not treating the other human beings very politely. And the girl is saying that there is a friend of her who has done good job with the humanity. And she is trying to convince him that all human beings are not. Please go 5 more minutes ahead. This is the same thing happening. 5 more minutes, please.
She's a journalist, but mainly she is working.
Now here is that journalist girl. She had gone to some other country for education, and she was basically a lawyer by training, but she has interest in journalism. So she is having an argument with her mother that she wants to continue the journalism thing, not the law. And in order to do that, she has visited a refugee at some camp, and now here she is waiting for the refugee girl who is residing in this Arulaman along with this servant of hers. Now you can move ahead 5 more minutes. Here that girl is coming. That is the refugee girl. And you can see from her expression that how you can see the appreciation of theater people. You can watch the atrocities on the face of this refugee girl. This journalist girl is trying to ask her that she should tell her story, that what went wrong with her. But the refugee girl is not willing to share her story with the journalist because she is so miserable and she is under so much of pain that she is not able to communicate with the journalist. See, she was not looking at her. Now she replies in a very harsh manner that I'm not going to share anything with you because I know you people are here to take our stories and make those stories for your journalism and nothing for us. Please, you can move ahead further, 5 more minutes. Now she has started narrating. Now the journalist is taking the initiative, and she is now narrating her own story, the refugee girl who is being played by those two little girls, because she is telling the refugee girl that we were two friends, and one of my friend, she died in a road accident. So she gave the refugee girl comfort. She can exchange, or where she can share her own story with her, because for the time being, refugee girl is not willing to share her story. And this is how that was portrayed. These two friends were crossing the road, and while coming back on the road, she met with an accident and she died. And that was all done just to give her a comfort zone where she can also share her things with her. Please go 5 more minutes ahead. See here, here the accident has taken place. Yeah. And the friend. Now, this is the story of that refugee girl. You can see the refugee girl here. She is decorated with a colorful dress and jewelry and everything, because in some area where she had a fiance, her own cousin, and they are having a good time there. You can see. 5 more minutes ahead, please. Five more minutes. Now she is telling that their parents have decided for their wedding, and their wedding was decided. See the expression of this refugee girl. Please go ahead, 5 more minutes. See this. Please go 2 minutes back. 2 minutes back. 2 minutes back. Two more minutes back, please. See, here the wedding ceremony is going to be celebrated. They are dancing, and in the tribal areas, they celebrate their weddings by fighting. So they are doing fighting, and they are dancing, and they are hugging each other because they are very happy, because marriage is going on, and suddenly drone attack is there. You can see that. And due to that attack, everybody present there, they died. You can see here. And then the bride, when she comes here and watching her fiance lying dead here. Please go 2 minutes ahead. Yeah. You can see the bride here. The bride is here, and she is now weeping and crying over the dead bodies of her fiance and everybody else in the relatives. Now, due to this attack, they had to migrate from their own home, and they become IDP, internally displaced persons. You can go 5 minutes ahead, please. And now she is telling that how difficult that moment was when she was actually preparing for the wedding and she was happy. But what happened that she had to migrate from her home to some neighboring city because there is no one left for her, no father, no brother, everybody died during attacks. And then she went for a job in some home. 5 minutes ahead, please. Yeah, and that was the guy. She went for a job, and on that job, the person, this is the mistress of the home, and the guy was the master. This is the person who was her master, and she is doing a domestic worker job in some home. And now you can see the attitude of this man with this girl. He is looking for some, see, you can see here, he is trying to see. And due to that incident, she has to quit that job. 5 more minutes, please. Ahead. And she went for another job, and similar incident happened there because she was without any support. She was without any, everybody who is coming near to her was coming with bad intention because she was homeless, she was resourceless, she was just a vegetable for the people, a bounty for the people. Look at the people who are looking at that helpless girl. And then again, there are good people in society, and a couple who saw her there, they suggested her to go to Darul Aman, and this is a safety home. Please go 5 more minutes ahead. And now she is living in this safety home. And now the story is going to be wound up, and the same persons who started the story, he is, because he was of the view that humans are not doing good with the humans. And he is saying the same thing, that misery of that girl was multiplied by the behavior of the society. The society had been empathizing with that girl. The results could be different. 5 more minutes, please. And now actually we are advising the people sitting in the auditorium regarding the misery of the refugees. And you must have noticed that in the audience, everybody was, almost everybody was
और a
having
mob of illiterates
tears rolling down their cheeks, because that was so nicely portrayed by these children. Please,
क्यों किसी के कान पर जूं नहीं रेंगती कि
5
इनके
more
लिए
minutes.
फांसी की जाए.
He is trying to convince that we take action for the protection of refugees. And he is protesting that why society is not taking proper actions and measures. And this blindfold he is
यही कहूंगा कि
hands, he is trying to portray that by having that blindfold on your eyes, that would not take the reality away.
बारिश की
So we have to be responsive to the realities, though they are harsh, of the world.
मिट्टी पर गिरकर एक खुशगवार महक ही पैदा कर सके.
This is what he is trying to convince, that everybody has to play a role. Everybody should play a role. Everybody should come together to play a role. And that's it. And that was the end of the theater. That's it.
अदल का तसव्वुर ही दे सके.
That was the end.
और इस तवील जुल्म पर मुहीत चौदहवीं का चांद ना सही झुकनू ही बन सके. और इस सवाब की शहजादी की कहानी को नाम ना सही बिला उन्वान ही कर सके.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So that was the project done by us with the help of Babsicle and the scholarship we earned from Babsicle. But I must appreciate, though we have played this theater, but I must appreciate the initiative taken by the Babsicle, because that gave us this direction that now we are going to include the refugee laws and the refugee portion in our curriculum. And then we are developing new courses on refugees. And at the same time, we are playing the theater in various bar councils. And as street theater, we have talked with 1 or 2 NGOs who are already working for the refugee affairs. So we have talked with them, and now we are taking this theater as a street theater in the community. And also we are going to play it before the bars. So that is our future plan. And I once again thanks to the Babsicle and thanks to this Access to Justice program, Pro Bono, which is giving this opportunity and this platform that we are going to share our efforts with the colleagues. So everybody must see what we are doing and how we are going to contribute in the refugee issues. Now, I'm open for questions. If you have any question regarding the technique of legislative theater or whatever you want to ask, I'm open for that. Thank you. I don't see any question. Do you? There is no question in the chat even. Okay, if you ever have some question, please write it in the chat so I can reply it. We should move to the next presentation, I think.
Is have one question from teacher from FLP's from Laos. Yeah, she asked that for the audience they have to pay for to watch the to watch the in the theater or not, or is free to come to come to the theater to see. Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get it. Can you write it in the chat box in English? Because I don't understand the language. Can you please translate in? No, there is no fee. This is free for everyone, for the students, for the community, for everyone. This is free. No, this is free. This is free, and this is going to be free. Whatever we are playing before the bars or in the street, that is also going to be free. Yeah, actors are taken from two departments. One, our own department, the law department, and they collaborated with Dramatic Club of the university. So both they collaborated, the Law Society and the Dramatic Club, and they performed it. And one of our old student, he wrote the script for this theater. These are all students who are playing the theater. They're all students. Thank you so much for putting me such questions. I'm so happy you are showing your interest in that. If you are interested in having or organizing some such like theater, we are very much ready to help you in organizing and deciding how and the theater could be performed if you are interested. Yeah, sure. Please have my contact and please contact me directly. And whatever you want, whatever assistance, whatever help you want, we are very much ready to share it with you. Yeah, that was held as a theater at university for the time being, but now we are taking it to street law also with the help of NGOs. We are going to take it now. Now there is another message which is not readable because that is not in English. Please translate it. Secretary, could you please translate it? In the chat box, there are messages, but could you please translate these messages? Yeah. Thank you so much. To show this is derived from the conflict or the university. That is, if you are asking about the drama that was selected by our own board, which is created for organizing legislative theater, and I am heading that board. And we decided the drama and we decided the story. Thank you so much for appreciating. Thank you so much. Okay, okay. That is very true, Cherry. That may take variable duration, that may be 20, 30 minutes, or that may be a long, because we do it as annual event. So we do it, we try to do it as a full-fledged drama. That's great. That's great. That's great. That you are having it in Laos. That sounds very good. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And I'll be very happy if anyone amongst the colleagues, they contact me and collaborate with me regarding performance of the theater or on any other subjects, on any other areas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Sure, sure. I'm writing in the chat box my email. This is my email. And this is my contact. This is my contact number. This is my cell number, and that is my email. So far, we have done three plays. No, not three. We have done actually five plays so far on various areas. So how would you like the secretary? How would you like me? No, not all are about refugees. This is for the first time we played a drama on refugees. Before refugees, there were different issues regarding women share in property, women inheritance, family laws, types of dissolution of marriages, topics like those. They were the topics of drama before this refugee drama. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Secretary, do you have any other presenter for this session now? I think my time is over.
Yeah, for this section, we have only you. If you finish, you can wrap up and yeah, we can.
Okay, so that's it from my side. And these were all the replies to the questions shared in the share box. If nobody has any other question, then thanks a lot from my side. And I thanks once again to Babsicle and to Asia Pro Bono for giving the opportunity and the platform. Thank you so much. And bye-bye.
Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I think we have another question.
Yeah. Which topic do the group of theater find it difficult to create and how to go through that difficulty? Because generally we discuss these things with those students and those teachers who have their interest in dramas and creating dramas. So there is no as such difficult topic because all our lawyers or our law students, they know how law is playing with different areas. So there is no as such, script writing is not as such the difficulty as long as the students coming from various backgrounds and they have their interest in writing drama. And also because the seniors who are passing out and who are going ahead with their careers, they train the junior ones behind them. So there is a trail of script writers and drama writers who are though the lawyers and the law students, but have their interest in drama writing and script writing. So there is no as such, there is no difficulty. Sometimes difficulty arises when to select drama for performance. If there are more than one script, that becomes difficult to choose. But fact remains that there is a committee, and before committee, all those scripts are kept and placed, and they decide what is to be played, which is more appropriate, acceptable for the community and for everyone in the university as well. So thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Should I leave now?
โดยสำหรับหัวข้อนี้เนาะเพิ่นก็ได้นำเสนอเกี่ยวกับโรงละครเนาะที่ว่าเพิ่นได้แสดงละครต่างๆก็คือได้จบไปแล้วแต่ตอนนี้ก็คือแม่น Magic Word ในการและออก Certificate เนาะโดยสำหรับตัวนี้